Gunilla with Usborne Books and More. Picture books. What is a picture book versus a book with pictures? Well, a picture book is a special art form, a particular kind of books where the pictures and the text complement each other to create the story. And a picture book has two audiences. It's the child who is relying on the pictures to understand the story, and a good picture book should be able to be read just by looking at the pictures. The other audience is you, the grown-up, the parent, the grandparent who reads the text, reads aloud with the child, creating a bonding experience, a learning experience, an enjoyable time together. And because it's an enjoyable time together, I like to pick really good picture books that I enjoy. For the child to enjoy them, there should be vibrant colors, like in this one of my favorites, the Pink Lion. The Pink Lion grows up with his family of pink flamingos at the pond, and one day he meets some other lions. And this is a beautiful story about what happens and how to figure out who you are. And I really enjoy reading this, and that's how it should be with picture books. A little bit exciting and a little bit silly, and something to discuss and learn together. Another book like that is The Tale of Two Beasts. It's actually a two-part story. The first part is told from this girl's perspective, what happens when she finds little beasts and she rescues him. The other second half of the book is told from the perspective of the little beast, how he gets captured and held hostage against his will. It's an excellent story to talk about how your perspective is not always the only perspective in life. So little stories like that you feel interesting, and that maybe you can discuss with your child as well, like, can I join your club? If you can't join someone else's club, can you create your own club, and who should be able to join your club? Another thing with picture books is that they often have rhythmic text, sometimes rhyming text. That's the case with Take Ted instead. The young man in this book doesn't want to go to bed, so he comes up with someone else that maybe could go to bed instead of him, such as Ted, or there are other options too. No, take Fred instead. It's time for bed, sleepyhead. No, take Jed instead. It's time for bed, sleepyhead. No, take Ed instead. Ed is his pet fish. So even the neighbor gets involved in bedtime. Silly but funny, and the predictive and rhythmic and rhyming text is very helpful for speech development as well, and vocabulary. This Pandemonia book is a bit more challenging with the vocabulary. It has predictable story as well, because every page says that waking the panda is a mistake. It's not something you should do, because all kinds of crazy things will happen. The wombats will wiggle, orangutans romp, the lemurs leap and the rhinos stomp, the snakes serenade as the peacocks parade, the chimps chit-chatter, the ducks start quacking, and so on. So this is more of a tongue twister to read, but it's a big vocabulary builder as well. So many fun stories that are unique titles to Usborne. I also want to recommend the Usborne the picture book gift set. The Usborne picture book gift set that gives you 20 classical stories. I think it's important to read the classical stories. It's part of our cultural heritage for our children to know these stories. They're referenced in pop culture and news and everything you should know, such as The Gingerbread Man, The Wizard of Oz, The Three Little Pigs, The Story of Pinocchio, Alice in Wonderland, Beauty and the Beast, the Nutcracker. They're all in here, and each one has just the right amount of pictures. I can't get them out. Pictures and text for the youngest listeners. So here you see the examples of Alice in Wonderland and Pinocchio, and inside is exciting like that. So I hope that gives you an idea of how to approach picture books and what to pick out to make it fun for you to read and to make it engaging for your children. Thank you for watching Gunilla with Usborne Books and More, and my dog Hans, who participated as well. Bye!